Very weird because I almost feel like that's not me. It feels like a lifetime ago, like another world. Part of me is almost like that's not me. Hi guys and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hello, I'm Alexis. I'm a trans woman and I share my life stories and opinions on social media, and today I have a clip-on ponytail on, so I feel like I could take on the world. Today I had an idea and I wanted to run it. Well, I can't really say I'm going to run it by you because I'm filming it, and if you're watching it then I have done it, but I kind of want to react to old pictures of me, so pre-transition man, boy, Alexis. Obviously that wasn't my name though back then. I kind of just want to have a little look back, a little trip down memory lane. I know for a lot of trans people, looking back on old pictures of themselves is very triggering. It's a very personal thing. So some trans people really like get rid of the pictures. They don't want to see anything to do with that person. And I completely understand that. It's just down to personal choice and preference and how you feel. For me, pictures don't really bother me. Videos do, which I found out recently. I was on my Instagram, and you know, I didn't know on Instagram it archives your stories. So my Instagram, this is my Instagram, that is my old Instagram from before. Obviously I've removed a lot of the old content, but some of my stories were archived. And I was having a flick through the other day and there was this story where I was talking, and I didn't realise how much I had changed my voice. So with hormones, if you're going from male to female, hormones don't change your voice because testosterone and puberty, your voice is already broken. But I must have subconsciously over time like manipulated my voice to this, because I do not sound like that anymore. Just looking at my face moving and hearing myself and how I used to speak was a very crazy experience. But we're gonna look through some pictures. I do want to do another one of these videos with Liam, I think. So comment below if you want me to do one with my fiance Liam, because he met me as a man. I want to kind of look back on pictures that we've had together through my transition from when he met me up until now. Let's just have a look back at what I used to look like. Okay, I'm going to move to the side. Does this ponytail look okay? I feel a little bit like I'm wearing a horse's tail, but at the same time I'm living. Right, here we go. I didn't say what I usually say at the start. Go grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of wine. We'll go back to the start. Okay, this one's not so bad. I mean, the fringe is a little bit questionable. I do remember my mum putting a bowl on my head to cut that hair, and I had that for many years. I feel like a lot of 90s kids, we all had that. And I can see there is a Barbie doll in my hand. I used to absolutely love Barbies. I had so many. Like, my mum was really good. She let me just be me and experiment and have fun and be feminine. It's not that bad. It kind of looks like me. That looks more like me than what I think we're about to see as we get further down the line when puberty's changed me and I had a full-on beard. Okay, in this one, oh, she's very moody. I'm about 15 here. I look miserable and I don't know why. I kind of look like that a little bit, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know. My lip is different because I've had surgery on my upper lip, so I have no top lip there. The hair. Why? Who thought in 2009 that having all that hair coming across our face was a good idea? Like, why? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, right, let's go a little bit older. We're gonna skip a few years. I mean, the hairy chest coming out of the dress is not a good look. I'm not enjoying that bit. But the makeup's quite cool. This was for a job. I think I was like in the background of a film. It was like a Halloween film, and I was a drag queen witch. That was what I was going for. I did that makeup, and I'm pretty impressed with it. The brows are very dark and big. The glitter beard is fabulous. Right, if anyone ever has a glitter beard, I am sold. I am on board. I think it looks incredible. And I can only imagine how long it took me to get that makeup off of my face. I think it would have looked better if I'd have put in some sort of padding, because I've got no chest and I was in drag. I do remember being on set and it was a nighttime shoot in a nightclub, so we were awake all night and I was sat there with a corset on and 6-inch heels, so uncomfortable all night, and the pay was so bad. I think it was something like £100 for the whole night, which when you break it down for like 10-12 hours, it's really, really bad. And this was only about 3-4 years ago. Another makeup one. I remember this. I had been working, I used to be a waiter when I lived in London for a little bit, because I live in the countryside now. But before, when I was a man, I was living in London for a while. And I remember waitering an event or something in the day, and I rushed home and I had like 20 minutes to get ready for Halloween. This was Halloween. I remember just throwing as much colour on my face as I physically could do, as quickly as I could. I've even got gems on there. That's pretty impressive. I swear my makeup skills used to be much better, but I'm out of practice now because I don't do crazy looks like this anymore, or amazing dramatic eyes and all that, because I just do everyday makeup. Because the thing is with makeup for me now, back then, I wasn't really wearing full makeup every single day. So when I got to do makeup, it was more of a treat and a luxury. Whereas now, I feel like for me personally, it's a necessity. So every morning when I get up for work, I have to get up and put makeup on. So it's not as an enjoyable experience as it used to be. But then that makeup's quite cool. I mean, the hairy chest really bothers me. That is a little bit like dysphoric, I'm not gonna lie, seeing the hair there. I used to be a dancer back when I was male. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word then. And this is my headshot from when I was a performer. And it doesn't really offend me. I look very young. I've aged a lot since then. The one thing that's really sticking out to me is that hairline. That is a receding hairline, and that was it at its best. I used to like pull my hair. I don't have a receding hairline anymore, but I used to pull my hair forward to cover up the little corners that were completely missing. It came all the way like back, somewhere back here. I did have a hair transplant earlier on in my transition. I don't know if it's just me, but why do I look really glazed over in the eyes? I look like I'm not all there. It's very weird because I almost feel like that's not me. I think that's why I'm okay looking at pictures like this, because I feel so disconnected. Like, it feels like a lifetime ago, like another world. Part of me is almost like, that's not me, because it's not me now, but I don't know. Anyway, this is probably the most masculine I think I've ever looked in my entire life. I was going through a phase where I was really trying to push back on the feminine and really deny the femininity within me. So I was trying to be as manly as I could. It still wasn't very manly. Like, the hair is bald on the sides. I have really big eyebrows. I think that was a perm, which is another interesting choice I made. I mean, again, I look miserable. Did I never smile back then? Like, what is that? I look evil and angry. Okay, next one. Okay, this is probably the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. And I still felt fat in that picture. And don't hate me, hear me out when I explain this. So, before transition, I was really hyper-focused on my body, of trying to be in shape and trying to look after my body and be thin. And I think that was a band-aid for wanting to transition. It was a way to focus my mind away from wanting to be Alexis. I remember after I took that photo, I still thought I looked fat, and that's really sad. But I've gained so much weight since this photo. But you know what? I don't even care. I'm probably like a stone or more heavier now, and I've never been happier in my body. There's a lot of facial hair. Who was I trying to kid that I was this macho manly guy? Because I really, really wasn't. This is the first photo that me and Liam ever took together. He's so handsome. And we were quite merry on this night. This was over 3 years ago when we met. I'm very lucky that I have him and he accepted this, and he's still with me and we're good. Don't get me wrong, we have our moments, but we're really, really good. Okay, so this picture, believe it or not, in this picture, I was starting my transition, and you couldn't tell because it was very early days. I hadn't even started growing my hair yet. That was my last boy haircut I had. I can see that my chest is shaved, so I'd started shaving my chest and I'd started shaving my legs and underarms. So I was starting to just trickle in the little bits and bobs of transition, but I'd already come out to Liam here. We were still in Greece whilst I was working away. I knew when I got home it was all going to really properly start. So it's really crazy to look back at like that. I see more as Alexis, because that was my mindset as how I am now, but it was just before all the medical side had really started and the changes had kicked in. Oh, I'm still wearing the same bracelet. How funny is that? Looking off into the distance to see what the future will bring. Okay, we are going to call it there. The only little things that were a little bit, like, I don't want to say triggering, but like cause a little bit of dysphoria was just seeing me with a hairy chest, because it's such a masculine thing, isn't it, having a hairy chest. I feel like sometimes I look at pictures and I'm like, I look the same. I just look like I've shaved my beard. And then sometimes I look at pictures and I'm like, who is that person? I really don't know. Let me know what you think. Do I look like a different person? I don't know. Someone did comment once, it looks like it could be your brother, like your brother and sister. So maybe that's it. Anyway, like I said at the start, if you want to see another video like this of me and Liam together, I'll bring him in for a video and maybe we can react to pictures of us together as a couple from the start of my transition until now. Just let me know. Maybe I could also do a video where I look back on pictures of me earlier on in my transition before I had certain surgeries, before the hormones took effect, when my dress sense was very questionable. We had some bad moments, trust me. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, evening, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!